Welcome back to my channel. They say every penny counts, but in the world of numismatics, some pennies can count for far more than you could ever dream. Today, we're uncovering one of the most fascinating stories in U.S. coin history, the 1960 D. Lincoln penny. At first glance, it's nothing but a common coin, 1 cent, copper, something you might toss into a jar without thinking twice. But under the right circumstances, that tiny coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And that means the penny you're holding right now could be worth more than your entire coin jar combined. Picture this: you're sorting through an old coffee can of change left behind by your grandparents. The copper coins look dull, worn, nothing special. You grab one, a 1960 penny with a little D mint mark under the date. You're about to toss it aside. But then you pause. What if this coin isn't just another cent? What if this one penny holds a secret, one that could change your life? Yes, it's true. The 1960 D. Lincoln penny has shocked collectors and investors alike, with certain varieties selling for $20,000, $30,000, even over $40,000 at auction. One rare example in pristine, high-grade condition once fetched more than $42,300, all for a coin most people would spend without a second thought. So why is this penny worth so much? The answer is small. Literally. In 1960, the U.S. Mint struck two varieties of the Lincoln cent, the small date and the large date. To most people, the difference was invisible. Who stops to measure the size of the numbers on a 1-cent coin? But that tiny variation created an instant rarity. The 1960 D small date is far scarcer than its large date counterpart, and collectors will pay huge premiums to own one in mint state condition. But there's more. The Denver Mint that year produced not just these varieties, but also errors, coins struck with double dies, repunched mint marks, and other unusual mistakes that slipped past quality control. These error coins are even rarer, and when combined with the small date variety, they become some of the most desirable Lincoln pennies ever struck. Think about it. Something so small, overlooked by millions, has become a collector's prize. That's the beauty of coin collecting. Value often hides in the tiniest of details. Now, imagine this. You're holding a penny in your hand, weighing next to nothing. But if it happens to be the right 1960 D small date in flawless condition, it could weigh heavy in value, enough to pay off bills, buy a car, or even put a down payment on a house. And the market, it's red hot. Collectors are fighting at auctions. Baby boomers are buying back coins from their childhood, and wealthy investors are treating rare coins like blue-chip assets. Every day, more of these scarce pennies are graded, sold, and locked away in private collections, never to return to circulation again. That means the window of opportunity is closing. So what should you do? First, check every 1960 D penny you come across. Don't assume it's worthless just because it looks ordinary. Look carefully at the date. Compare the numbers. The small date variety is the key. Then, look for errors, double dies, unusual mint marks, or misalignments. If you suspect you've found something, don't wait. Get it graded. A professional certification is the difference between having a 1-cent coin and a 5-figure payday. And here's the part most people forget. Condition is everything. A worn 1960 D penny might bring a few dollars. But a mint state example, untouched, perfectly preserved, that's when the value explodes. That's when collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars. Final thought. Wealth doesn't always come from grinding harder or chasing the next big thing. Sometimes it's been sitting quietly in plain sight all along. In your dresser drawer. In your grandfather's coin album. In the penny jar you haven't touched in years. So let me ask you. Will you be the one to discover that life-changing coin, the 1960 D. Lincoln penny that once sold for $42,300? Or will someone else find it first, while you're left wondering, what if? Go check your pennies, because the next 5-figure treasure could already be in your hands right now.